Picture this for a moment. You're walking down a normal street, nothing special, cars passing, people talking, phones in hands, and then someone suddenly slows down, looks again, and whispers, "Wait, is that Lee Min-ho?" At first, nobody believes it, because why would Lee Min-ho be here? On a regular street, no stage lights, no drama crew, no announcement. But then people really look. And yes, it's him. Now pause right here. If you were there in that moment, what would your first reaction be? Would you scream inside? Take out your phone immediately? Or just stare, trying to confirm it's real? Let me know in the comments. Be honest. What made this moment unforgettable wasn't just that Lee Min-ho appeared in public. It was how natural everything felt. No rush, no hiding, no trying to look important. Just calm confidence, like someone who knows who he is and doesn't need to prove it. People around him didn't suddenly start shouting. Something more interesting happened. The street went quiet. That kind of shocked silence where everyone is processing the same thought at the same time. Is this really happening? Phones slowly came out. Some people froze. Others smiled without realizing it. Because when someone you've admired for years suddenly appears in your everyday world, it feels unreal. Like a scene from a drama stepping out of the screen. And here's something fans couldn't stop talking about. Lee Min-ho didn't act distant. He didn't act rushed. He walked like he belonged there. Like the street was just another place in his life, not something beneath or above him. Let me ask you something. Do you think this is why people connect to him so deeply? Because fame didn't walk the street that day. A human being did. Look closely at moments like this, and you start to understand why Lee Min-ho's presence feels different. It's not loud, it's not forced, it's quiet, controlled, and confident. The kind of presence that makes people look twice without knowing why. Some fans said it felt more powerful than seeing him on a red carpet. Because on the street, there's no script, no director, no perfect angle, just reality. Imagine standing just a few steps away, close enough to see his expression, close enough to realize he's real. Would you say hello? Or would you stay quiet and keep that moment forever? What's fascinating is how fast the story spread. One person noticed, another whispered, someone recorded a few seconds, and suddenly the internet was alive with the same sentence over and over again. Lee Min-ho was seen on the street, not promoting a project, not attending an event, just being there. And somehow that made it more special. Fans replayed the clips again and again. They talked about his outfit, his calm walk, his expression. Because when someone has that level of influence, even the smallest details feel meaningful. But let's talk honestly for a second. Why do moments like this hit fans so hard? Maybe it's because they break the distance. For a brief moment, the screen disappears. The fantasy fades. And what's left is a real person sharing the same space, the same air, the same street. That's powerful. And maybe that's why Lee Min-ho's street appearance didn't feel accidental. It felt intentional in the quietest way possible. A reminder that fame doesn't have to be loud to be felt. So let me ask you again, do you prefer seeing Lee Min-ho in these raw, unexpected moments? Or do you prefer him only in dramas, perfectly styled and far away? If you were there that day, do you think you would have taken a video? Or would you have just watched, knowing some moments are better kept in memory? And even after Lee Min-ho passed by, something interesting stayed behind. The street went back to normal, but the feeling didn't. People kept looking around, replaying the moment in their heads like, did that really just happen? Some laughed nervously. Some checked their phones to see if anyone else had posted about it yet. Others stood there for a few seconds longer than usual, like they didn't want the moment to fully end. Because moments like that don't come with a warning. One minute, it's a regular day. The next minute, it's a story you'll tell forever. Think about it. How many people can say they randomly saw Lee Min-ho walking down a street like it was nothing? That's the kind of experience that turns into a memory you repeat again and again, each time with the same excitement. And here's something fans noticed that made the moment even more special. Lee Min-ho wasn't trying to be invisible, but he wasn't asking for attention either. He existed comfortably in between. That balance is rare, and maybe that's what made people respect him even more. Let me ask you, do you think it's harder for a celebrity to live normally or harder to stay humble? Because walking freely in public isn't just about confidence. It's about trust. Trust in people, trust in fans, trust in yourself. And this moment showed that Lee Min-ho trusts the world around him. Some fans later said they wished they had said something. Others were glad they didn't, because sometimes saying nothing feels more respectful than interrupting a quiet moment. If you were there, do you think you would have spoken to him? Or would you have just smiled and let him pass? That question alone started debates online. Some fans said they would never disturb him. Others said they would regret not saying hello for the rest of their lives. There's no right answer, because the truth is, moments like this are personal. What feels right to one person might feel wrong to another. And maybe that's why this street appearance keeps being talked about. It wasn't planned, it wasn't staged, it wasn't shared by Lee Min-ho himself. It belonged to the people who witnessed it. In a world where everything is announced, scheduled, and promoted, this moment felt different. It felt real. And reality has a way of touching people deeper than perfection ever could. Think about how often we see celebrities only through edited clips, interviews, or drama scenes. Then suddenly you see one just walking, breathing the same air as you, and it changes how you see them forever. That's the power of closeness, and maybe that's the reason fans felt emotional afterward. Not excited, not loud, emotional. Because for a few seconds, the distance between fan and star disappeared. So here's a final question for you, and I really want you to answer this one in the comments. If Lee Min-ho appeared on your street tomorrow, completely unexpected, would you want that moment to be filmed forever, or would you want it to belong only to you? Let me know below. And if you enjoy these quiet, powerful moments that reveal a different side of your favorite stars, make sure you subscribe. Because sometimes the most meaningful stories aren't shouted, they're simply noticed.